What's up, y'all? It's Jonathan Rollins here to update you on the latest from this father-son trip across the U.S. with me and my boy Bash. Oh man, this thing has been fantastic. The drive to Grand Canyon was magnificent. Of course, we're back to these long 9-hour drives, but this one wasn't so bad because we were rejuvenated by the bottomless lakes. We're really doing this, man. Let's go. Next thing, Grand Canyon. Let's go. And this one was important because this was the one landmark that Bash was really looking forward to. And I'm like, all right, buddy, let's make it happen. Let's go. It was on this drive that I was actually able to envision the dinosaurs. I know this sounds weird, but I'm a city boy. I'm sure they existed, but it's just something I couldn't picture being a dude from a city, a big city like that. But driving to the Grand Canyon, I could envision a pack of brontosauruses walking in front of where I was driving. Like, oh yeah. And then there's the mountain up there with some little brush up there, and they can chew on that, lean over and chew off of that. It's like this trip was making the world make sense, making history make sense for me. Maybe my imagination was just going wild because I'm sitting there being hypnotized by the driving a long distance. Original plans got changed because our host contracted COVID. Not a good idea to go on a road trip across the U.S. if I'm gonna be in danger of that. Of course, she was like, don't come, because I probably have COVID, and it turned out that she did. We had to switch it up, and I was like, all right, I'll get that hotel that Bash has been asking about, which was a good decision. And as for the host, get well soon, Keo. Hope you feel better. Well, I booked that room, felt like a good decision. We could like rest up, charge up all of our stuff, all of our devices, and also our internal batteries. We also would get to swim. I made sure to book a hotel with a pool so that Bash could get a swim on. He loves doing that, so that had to happen. We had a snack stop and a dinner stop. For the most part, our eyes were on the prize. We know we had to get there to Grand Canyon. Got to the hotel, got some sleep, had a big day in front of us, woke up in the morning, ate the big buffet breakfast, and Bash got to taste a breakfast sausage. For the first time he hadn't had a breakfast sausage. I'm like, just little stuff like that I don't ever think about. In Sweden, they don't have the breakfast sausage like we do. I don't even know how to describe it. It's just a freaking breakfast sausage. But he got one and he liked it, of course, because it's freaking breakfast sausage. It's like the Jimmy Dean patty, except for it's rolled up into a link. Yeah, banging. Then it was pool time. First we got up in the hot tub. All right, a little spa time now. Then we're gonna go over and get in the cool pool, and then we're gonna go to the Grand Canyon. You ready, bro? I needed to get my body right before I jump into the cool pool. So hot tub first, Bash was in there playing around like he does. And then we got into the pool and did some practice swimming laps with Bash. And had a good time before we go for our hike. Got in the camper, drove over there on the way, and I was like, oh, I think I've seen pieces of this Grand Canyon. I hadn't seen it, man. I thought I did. Until you see it, then you know you've seen it. As soon as we got into the park, first thing we see, 2 deer just chilling, like, not even worried about. You can tell they're used to humans. They just look over at me, continue eating off of the shrubbery or whatever they were eating. And I was like, wow, they were big deer too. I'm like, okay, all right, it's like that. You know, you're not even scared? Okay. Then went to the grocery store, got some fruit and some water. Had the trail mix already, ready for our hike. On the way to one of the parking lots, I looked over to my left, and that's when it hit me. Okay, that is Grand Canyon. I even yelled out, whoa! And Bash got alarmed. He's like, what's that? What's that? I was like, I saw it, man. This is crazy. I can't wait till you see this thing. We walked over to a looking point, and there were a bunch of other tourists there. And it was just like, wow, how does this exist? Like, water created this? Like, really? I was just looking out, looking over the edge, looking down. Look, as far as I could see, there was just this canyon and this earth that was just moved around. And it was just, I'm never gonna forget it. It was, I think I've used the word majestic before, but I have to use it again. It was majestic. And Bash was wide-eyed. It was fun watching him just like, wow. It was colorful. It was rocky. It was jilted. And everybody else was mesmerized as well, all of the other tourists, and we're just it's photo ops everywhere, just taking pictures and videos. It's just, and this was just the South Rim. I didn't even realize that I was only looking at, I don't know, 10% of it. Bash he was like focused. He's looking for his spot. He wanted to do his push-ups. I didn't even know this is what he was so focused on. But he's looking around. He's like, look over there. Look where those guys are. Why don't we do push-ups there? I was like, oh yeah, the push-ups. And then that's when I noticed that there was more walking to do. And we hiked our way over there to where other people were, and then you could just see more and more of it. And this is just amazing everywhere it looked. And of course, Bash wanted to go to the most dangerous places to do these push-ups. It's like he wants to hike down into the canyon and find a ledge to do one on. My daddy instincts kicked in. I was like, first of all, you're too close to the ledge, all right? Step over here, man. I can't explain to your mama if something happened to you, all right? Come on over here with daddy. You know, I know he's good at climbing and he's got really good body control, but not on my watch, man. You gotta do that, do the other stuff some other time, man. Sorry, bro. You want to do your push-ups, you can do them in the parking lot. No, I wasn't that bad, but I still wanted to be as safe as possible. But he was trying to be as daring as possible. We found a spot, we came to an agreement. We agreed upon a place where he could do his push-ups that had the right view for him and was safe enough for daddy. Here it is, man. As promised, Bash doing push-ups at the Grand Canyon. Look at him go. That's my boy. That's my boy. He was so proud too. He was proud. Even afterwards, he was proud that he did it. We went as far as we could around the South Rim until Bash's little legs got tired. We had taken a couple breaks, snacks, looking around some more, take some pictures. So I was proud of him because he was a trooper, man. He hung in there and took it all in. My curiosity was at its peak. You know, we're walking around, I'm looking over at different stuff like, oh, look at that little hole in there. You think that there's like, you think a falcon lives in there, or maybe like some indigenous people? We're both just coming up with possibilities for everything we see. What do you think? You think there was some water came through there? You think there was, you know, an earthquake? It was just so much to talk about and think about, and it was cool to just go back and forth to Bash about all of this stuff. And the wildlife there was used to tourists. That was another thing. The squirrels were running up to us. A squirrel came up to Bash, and what they would do is get up on their hind legs and beg. And I wanted to break the rules, honestly. They had a rule, don't feed the wildlife, but it was obvious somebody had fed these squirrels because they keep coming up to humans like, hey, you got something for me? And I don't know, it was just so many people around. But if there's one rule to break that I would break, I kind of regret not breaking it. It was just let Bash feed the squirrel. He'll never forget that. But I followed the rule and I feel like a lame because I did it. If I could go back in time, I would give Bash some nuts from the trail mix that we had. The squirrels like nuts anyway. It's not like we're giving them a piece of cinnamon bun, you know? Kind of regret that. But I know that somebody would have been like, he's not supposed to feed him. And I would have been like, mind your business, you know, and get all aggressive. And then be the angry black guy at the historical place, and they were like, see, this is why you can't take them anywhere. You know what I mean? I don't need that in my life, man. I'm minding my business and leave these animals alone, let them beg, and let the white people feed them. But we made our way back to the hotel. We were exhausted after another wonderful day on this trip. And it feels like, man, I didn't think it could get better than the bottomless lakes, man. It's just, we're on this cloud 9 for this whole trip. So many wonderful moments. And there's a lot of moments that happen, and I'm wondering, is Bash gonna remember this? Is he gonna remember this? But I am positive that he's gonna remember this part. The next stop, honestly, I didn't know when we left. All I know is Yellowstone. And between Grand Canyon and Yellowstone is a lot of road. There's a whole state between the two as well, Utah. Maybe something in Utah is next for us. We'll see. Either way, as you know, I'm gonna keep you posted. So take care of yourselves, and I'll see you on the next leg of Bash and Daddy road trip across the USA. Peace.
We see a real life deer here. with a baby deer next to it. It's gonna be its protecting. Do you see it? It's right there. Yeah, that thing right there? That's a deer. It's gonna hate humans if it's near a baby deer. Alright? So you guys better stay safe from this deer. Do you see that lady right there? She might maybe get beat up by that deer. Alright, bye.